In this video I'm going to spend a few minutes showing you how to use Brightpearl to process sales orders that have been placed on your Shopify store. So we're going to cover a few things. We're going to create a new sales order on a store that's connected already to your Brightpearl account, and there's a separate video to show you how to connect. We'll see the order in Brightpearl, we'll fulfill the order, we'll add tracking information to the goods out note or the shipment, we'll then ship the shipment, see Shopify updated, and then I'll run you through the Shopify settings that you need when you've connected your Brightpearl account. And then finally, what we'll do is we'll demonstrate partial fulfillment, so we'll only ship half of the order. So here's my Shopify store, and I'm going to buy the Cockatat Misfit life jacket. And we've got a number of sizes and a number of colours. We'll buy the large in mango. So add to cart, check out, continue as a guest. And the reason I'm doing this is to show you a new contact created in Brightpearl, and it also works for registered customers. So we add a new email address and fill out the billing address. We'll ship items to the same as the billing address. Choose a shipping method. We only have standard shipping available here. And then I'm going to pay for this order by card. And on this particular Shopify store I've set up a bogus payment method for demo purposes. And complete the order. Shopify will now tell Brightpearl that there's a new order to download, and it'll be in Brightpearl within a couple of minutes. So in Brightpearl, let's go and find all the recent sales from this Shopify store. We'll go Channels, choose our channel, and then click Recent Sales. At the top of the list you see we've got one here from Bill Buyer, which is the one we just placed on Shopify. The Shopify order ID is shown here in the reference column. We can also see that all inventory has been allocated to this order because we had the items in stock, and that means that other sales channels will be updated even though we haven't yet shipped this item, so we've reduced the stock quantities elsewhere. We can also see that the order has been paid, and that's because we paid for it by card on Shopify. Let's open up this order, where we can see that the right product has been added to the order and all stock has been allocated. A line for shipping has been added, and because the name from Shopify, Standard Shipping, exactly matches one of the Brightpearl ship methods, Standard Shipping, it's automatically been set on the sales order. If we go to Customers Recently Added, we can see Bill Buyer at the top of the list. So as soon as people buy online from your Shopify store, they're also added to Brightpearl's CRM. And if Bill then comes and buys again using the same email address, the sale will be added to the same record. And if he buys from other sales channels with the same email address, again it'll go onto the same contact record. So the next thing we want to do is create a shipment and fulfill this sales order. We do that by going Fulfill and Ship Later. This creates what we call a goods out note or a shipment, and it's also marked the sale as all fulfilled. Let's open up this goods out note, add tracking reference, and then pack it. Here we've got the goods out note, which is what your warehouse will use to pack it. You'd print it, pick it, and hit pack, where we can add a tracking reference. If we want to, we can send an email to the customer now, but with Shopify we'd probably recommend that you leave Shopify to send the email when the goods out note is shipped. So let's just pack it now, and we can see it's been marked as packed with a tracking reference on Standard Shipping. Now at the moment Shopify's not yet been updated. We only tell Shopify that the order is shipped when you actually ship the goods out note. And we can see this in the Shopify store. The one at the top of the list here, 1016, has not yet been fulfilled. So let's go and ship that shipment in Brightpearl. All we need to do is hit ship. Within a couple of minutes the Shopify order will be marked as fulfilled, and we can see here at the top we've got 1016. If I drop into this particular sale, we can see all line items are fulfilled, and it says via Standard Shipping with our tracking reference. Shopify will have sent an email to the customer to let them know. All we need to do now to complete the process is invoice the sales order, which we'll do in Brightpearl. I'd invoice the sale from within the sales order screen or in batch. Let's just click Invoice and OK. This locks the sale and puts all the accounting transactions into the accounting area of Brightpearl. We can now see that the sale is all completed, allocated, fulfilled, and shipped. Because you're doing order fulfillment in Brightpearl, it's important to make sure your Shopify store is set up appropriately. So from your Shopify account, go into Settings, and then Checkout. Scroll down to the section that's titled Order Processing, and then it's important to make sure that this checkbox is not checked. So don't automatically fulfill all of the order's line items, because that's what we'll be doing in Brightpearl. And what I'm going to show you next is what happens when only half of the items are in stock. So we're going to partially ship a sale in Brightpearl. So again we're going to buy some life jackets, but this time we're going to buy one of the Misfits and one of the Ronins. And the Misfit we have in stock. Let's go large mango. And then a Ronin in size medium, which I know we don't have in stock. So one of each, let's check out. And we're going to buy as a new customer, which will be created as a new contact in Brightpearl CRM. We'll create billing and shipping addresses in the USA to show you how it works with a foreign sale. And you can see now that Shopify is choosing international shipping for us. We'll pay by card and complete the sale. A few minutes later, the sale will arrive in Brightpearl, but this time instead of going Channels, Recent Sales, we're going to search by the Shopify order reference, which is 1019. So I'll put that in the sales search at the top right, and you can see here that the sale has been brought in for Emily Parker, and the Shopify reference is in this column. What we can also see here is that it's only been partially allocated because we've only got some of the items in stock. So let's open up this sale and see exactly what that means. So we bought two life jackets. We bought the Ronin and we bought the Misfit. Because we had the Misfit in stock in large mango, that item has been allocated to this order. Effectively that stock has been reserved for this customer, even though we haven't yet shipped it. But the other item where we didn't have any stock has not been allocated. The order has still been taken, paid in full, and it's ready to process, but we can only fulfill the line item that we do have in stock. Also see that because the delivery address is in the USA, which for this UK account is overseas, there's no tax on the line items, so the tax code is T9 and there's no tax shown down. In a similar way to the previous sale being standard shipping, the international shipping on this one is matching a Brightpearl shipping method, which means it's being set automatically on the sales order. The line item has also been set to the right nominal code for accounting, and this is set in your setup area. Okay, so let's fulfill this line item, but instead of going fulfill and ship later, we go partial or advanced fulfill, and if you don't have this turned on, you have to turn it on in your product settings. What this does is it takes us to the goods out screen, where we can fulfill the line items that we do have in stock. We'll choose a shipping method. Let's choose international shipping here. Update the sale to in progress, and then create goods out notes. That creates a goods out note or a shipment, just like the previous method, where we can go and print it, pick it, pack it to add the tracking reference, and if your system's automatically integrated with a carrier, then that will be put in there for you. And then what we do at the end of the day is mark as shipped, and this time I'm going to show you how to do that in bulk. To view all the goods out notes due to ship, you go Sales, Goods Out Notes, Due to Ship. At the top of the list we can see the one here for Emily Parker that's been packed with a shipping method and a tracking reference. Let's select these all because the truck has just turned up and mark Shipped. This is the point at which we tell Shopify that that shipment has now been shipped. Going into Shopify, we can see under the fulfillment status column it's now been marked as partially fulfilled. So let's open up 1019, where Shopify tells us that the Misfit has been fulfilled via international shipping with that tracking reference. When the run-in comes into stock later, we'd fulfill that with a second goods out note, and then Brightpearl will tell Shopify that that line item has now been shipped. It's important to note that Brightpearl does not automatically capture any pre-authorized payments when items ship. So if you have a payment method in Shopify that only pre-authorizes the payment, then you need to manually capture that, either on the orders by themselves, or Shopify will let you do this in bulk. So you could find all orders, that have now been fulfilled. So fulfillment status is fulfilled, and then you can batch capture payments for them. And that completes the video where we see how to do your sales order processing in Brightpearl.